Welcome to Wellspace Counseling. My name is Jason Wilkinson, and we have a tendency as we are really counting down the days of this year and moving into thinking about the next year, we have a way of just going and bulldozing through and start thinking about what do we want to accomplish next year. We start coming up with new goals and resolutions to really push through and move to the next year without taking time to stop and reflecting upon the year that has passed. So I want to offer you some prompts on ideas, prompts for reflection, and maybe you can journal about it. If you're married, grab your spouse or your partner, or just call up a friend and really think through what has occurred this past year. So I'm going to offer you some prompts, some ideas to help you with that. So first, number one is I want you to think about what has been hard this year, what has been really, really challenging. And I know what you're saying, Jason, all of it has been challenging, all of it has been hard. And maybe that's true, but are there certain things that really stand out more than others? Is it that you've been isolating? Is it that there's traditions that you have missed or events that you used to have that you haven't been able to do? Really think about what has been hard this year, specifically about the year that has been passed. Take time to reflect upon that. Another prompt is, what have you missed? What have you really missed about this year, or missed out on this year? Again, events. Is it people? Is it friendships? What is it that you really missed this past year? Spend some time reflecting on that, because that tells you a little bit about your values and things that you really care about moving forward. So spend some time thinking about what is it that you really missed. And then spend some time, another prompt to reflect on is, what have you accomplished this year? What are some things that you've really made it through this particularly stressful, hard, chaotic year? Celebrate those accomplishments, reflect on those. What have you done? Is it that you have been able to switch on a dime to go from working in an office to being able to work at home, and you were able to push through and make that work? Is it that you were able to switch and really kind of help your child with online schooling? It's not easy. It doesn't mean that it's going great, but what is it that you've accomplished? Reflect on those things. Another prompt is, how have you helped, or who have you helped this past year? Spend some time reflecting on that you have participated in helping another person. Reflect on that. Who have you helped this past year? Reflect upon what has been good about this past year. It hasn't all been bad. So really think through what has been good. Where have you been able to get involved? Where have you been able to help another person? Where have you you've asked for help and you've been able to receive help? Where have you succeeded? What's been good about this past year? Maybe even things that you've learned about yourself and the resiliency that you have. But reflect on, what is it that's been good about this past year that you maybe want to carry forward into the next year? Another one is, what special memory are you going to take away from this year that's been specific to this year and that you're going to get to carry with you forward? What's a special memory? What's a special moment? What's a special thing that has taken place this past year that you really want to cherish? Reflect upon that for a little bit. And then finally, what are you looking forward to in the next year? So that'll be the last thing to really kind of reflect upon. What are you looking forward to in the next year? What are you really most excited about? There's a lot to be excited about in the coming year and in the coming future. So spend some time thinking about, reflecting upon that. Got a lot of other tips and ideas, suggestions that you might be able to find that might be helpful for you at the blog. So go ahead and you can check that out at www.wellspacepdx.com/blog for more tips, more ideas, more suggestions on a lot of